Alright, my fellow Forest fanatics, the summer transfer window has just exploded, and I'm telling you right now, what's happening at the City Ground is absolutely mental. We've got 3 massive developments that are going to change everything about how we see this club moving forward. First off, there's a Brazilian striker who's just completed something that has the entire football world talking. This lad has been lighting up South America, and guess what? He's ours now. But that's just the beginning of this absolute roller coaster. Then we've got drama with one of our own players. Someone who cost us nearly £6 million is now being shipped out, and the price tag they're demanding, it's going to shock you. The Portuguese connection is stronger than ever, and money is about to change hands in a big way. But here's where it gets absolutely wild. Evangelos Marinakis is opening his checkbook for £21 million to bring in one of Europe's most electrifying dribblers. We're talking about a player who statistically ranks in the top percentiles across the continent. Smash that like button if you're ready for this transfer madness. Drop a comment with your predictions, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Are you ready to find out which Brazilian sensation is about to set the City Ground on fire? Let's dive in. The cat's out of the bag, Forest family. The striker I was teasing you about is none other than Igor Jesus from Botafogo, and he's officially passed his medical in the last 24 hours. This is massive news that's got everyone at the club absolutely buzzing like we haven't seen in years. Listen to this. Journalist Graham Bailey has revealed that Forest are over the moon with this signing. He said the club worked incredibly hard to get him, and get this, he was wanted by a host of other clubs across Europe and South America. This isn't just any ordinary signing, this is a proper statement of intent from our ownership that screams we're ready to compete with the big boys. Igor Jesus isn't just some unknown quantity either. This 24-year-old sensation has been tearing up Brazilian football with 9 goals in 29 appearances this season, playing alongside some of the most talented players in South America. But here's the kicker that will give you goosebumps. He's already got 4 caps for the Brazilian national team at just 24 years old. Remember his debut? He only went and scored in a 2-1 World Cup qualifier win against Chile, announcing himself on the biggest stage possible. The lad's got ice in his veins and fire in his boots. He's emerged as one of the best young strikers in Brazil, a country that produces world-class forwards like a factory, and now he's wearing our famous red. Can you imagine him linking up with the likes of Morgan Gibbs-White and Anthony Elanga? The pace, the movement, the Brazilian flair coming to Nottinghamshire is going to be absolutely electric. But wait, there's more cooking in this Brazilian connection. Forest are still in talks to sign his Botafogo teammate Jair Cunha, a young central defender who could solve our defensive depth issues. Imagine if we pull off a double swoop from the same club. It would show serious pulling power. This signing shows Nuno Espirito Santo means business and isn't content with just staying up. He's not messing about this summer, and if this is just the beginning, then buckle up because there's more bombshells coming your way. Speaking of which, Portuguese exodus, Jota Silva's 11.5 exit door. Right, Forest faithful, here comes the news that might sting a little, but shows we're being ruthlessly efficient in our business operations. Remember Jota Silva, the Portuguese winger we signed from Vitória for £5.9 million last summer with such high hopes? Well, he's on his way out, and the numbers are going to surprise you in the best possible way. Forest have just told Sporting CP exactly what they want for Jota, a whopping £11.5 million. That's nearly double what we paid for him just 12 months ago. Say what you want about Evangelos Marinakis, but the man knows how to do business and turn even disappointments into profitable ventures. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jota never really set the Premier League alight like he did in Portugal, where he banged in 15 goals and provided 7 assists in what was a phenomenal season. The lad's been struggling to adapt to the physicality and pace of English football and is genuinely desperate for a return to Portugal, where he knows he can perform at his peak level. His former manager, Rui Borges, wants to reunite with him at Sporting. And honestly, sometimes these moves just make sense for everyone involved, especially when profit is guaranteed. But here's where it gets interesting and shows our forward planning. We're not just letting him go without a replacement strategy. Forest are already lining up his successor, and it's another Portuguese connection that could work out much better. We're in serious talks to sign Pepe from Porto. This 28-year-old winger registered 10 goal involvements last season in both domestic and European competitions and could be the upgrade we've been desperately looking for on the wings. Porto paid Grêmio £13.1 million for Pepe back in 2021, and they're actively looking to make a healthy profit on their investment. If we can get personal terms sorted and convince the player about our European ambitions, this deal has serious legs and could happen quickly. Imagine swapping out a player who couldn't adapt for one who's been tearing it up in the Champions League and Portuguese League. The Portuguese merry-go-round continues spinning, but this time it's working entirely in our favor. We're turning a $6 million investment into nearly $12 million and potentially upgrading our squad significantly in the process. That's the kind of smart, calculated business that gets you climbing the Premier League table consistently. But hold on to your scarves tight, because the biggest story is still to come. £21 million blockbuster. Marinakis goes all in for Yunus Musah. Forest fanatics, this is it. This is the defining moment that could shape our entire future trajectory. Evangelos Marinakis is about to write a £21 million on his check to bring Yunus Musah from AC Milan to the City ground. And I'm telling you now with complete conviction, this could be the transformational signing that changes everything about how we're perceived in world football. This isn't just any midfielder we're talking about. This is a genuine superstar in the making. Yunus Musah is statistically one of Europe's best dribblers and most progressive players. Listen to these incredible numbers and tell me you're not getting goosebumps. He ranks in the top 4% for progressive carries per 90 minutes compared to his positional peers across Europe's top 5 leagues. Top 6% for successful take-ons across all competitions. This lad doesn't just play football, he creates absolute magic with the ball glued to his feet. The 22-year-old former Arsenal youngster has an impressive 47 caps for the USA national team despite his young age. He can seamlessly play box-to-box midfielder, attacking midfielder as a number 10, or even terrorize defenses on the wing. The versatility, the raw skill, the invaluable experience at the highest level of international football. This is exactly what Nuno Espirito Santo needs to take our midfield from good to absolutely world class. But here's the absolutely crazy part that shows how big this move really is. We're not the only major club desperately after him. Wolves are willing to match Milan's hefty valuation, and Serie A giants Napoli are circling like hungry vultures ready to pounce. But guess what gives us the crucial edge over our competition? European football. We've got Conference League football to offer, and that continental experience might just be the decisive difference maker in convincing him. After Timothy Weah surprisingly rejected our advances earlier this summer, we've pivoted quickly and decisively to an even better target. This shows the incredible ambition, the meticulous planning, the sheer determination to compete consistently at the highest level. Marinakis isn't just randomly spending money. He's strategically investing in a long-term vision of Forest as regular European contenders who can attract world-class talent. Can you imagine the mouth-watering prospect of Yunus Musah linking up with Igor Jesus and potentially Pepe in the same starting 11? The blistering pace, the technical skill, the vast international experience at both club and country level. We're not just building a competitive team, we're constructing a statement of intent that echoes throughout European football. Forest family, this summer window is definitively showing the entire world that we're not here to just survive in the Premier League, we're here to absolutely thrive and make our mark. From Brazilian goal machines to Portuguese profit-making masterclasses to American midfield maestros, this is the complete Nottingham Forest revolution we've all been dreaming about. Smash that subscribe button if you genuinely believe in this ambitious vision. What do you think about these 3 absolutely massive moves that could reshape our future? Are we finally building something truly special at the City ground that can compete with anyone? Drop your passionate thoughts in the comments, because this is just the exciting beginning of what promises to be our most thrilling season in decades. The tricky trees are ready to shake the foundations of European football. Are you ready to join this incredible ride?